All right, so now I'm going to make some strawberry jelly. And unfortunately, I only have frozen sliced strawberries. You could use fresh, I'm just out today. So here I have half a cup of frozen strawberries. And this is gonna just be a small batch, enough to make a few sandwiches, which is all that we need. And then I have half a cup of sugar. I prefer to use honey, but this is what I have for today. It is organic cane sugar. So we're gonna pour some of that in there. And then I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of lemon. And yes, I prefer the bottle. Don't come at me. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna just cook that down and wait for it to coagulate. We'll be back. All right, so I have these now to like a rolling boil, and they're cooking down pretty nice. They're starting to form like a nice syrup. So we're gonna keep cooking these. But what I wanna go ahead and do, now you can leave it like this whole. Some people, including myself, like a little like chunks of the berries. My kids don't. Just like their peanut butter, they like no chunks. So I'm gonna use my immersion blender and just blend it up. And this will probably just give you some nice chunks still, but. This would be amazing with like farm fresh strawberries. I'm gonna try that actually. Because we have this great farm stand near the house. And I think I'm gonna give that a shot. But we had frozen, so that's what we got, right? It's a rainy day, perfect for making jam. Ooh, look at that. It's really boiling now. Yeah, all right, it's gotta cook down some more until it gets into like a nice, you know, it's gonna start to look like a nice jelly jam. You see it? So we're gonna cook that down for another, I would say 5 minutes. It might be perfect. So we'll come back in 5 minutes and check. I'm back. It has been 5 minutes and it's starting to look awesome. Look at that. What I did, I just lowered the heat and I'm gonna just let it slow simmer because it's getting pretty thick, but I want it a little bit thicker for the sandwiches. So I'm just gonna continue to stir it and watch it while we go. This way we don't burn it. This looks amazing. All right, I'm gonna slow simmer this for another 5 minutes. We'll be back. All right, so this is still cooking down, but it's on my gabon, and I can't wait. My Italian friends will know what that means. I gotta try this fresh bread with some nice butter. It's just, I mean, look at that. It doesn't get much better than this. Unless, of course, I made fresh butter, which I could. All right, let's try it. Mmm. It's so good. The butter's all melted. All right, so I'm gonna call this done. It's nice and thick and goopy. I'm gonna shut the heat off. And I can't find my canning lid, of course. So I'm gonna make probably a huge mess and just dump this into the little mason jar that I have. Let me plug this. Okay. Move this over. So I'm gonna cool this before I make my sandwich. This is gonna be such a mess. Let's see. There we go. If I can find my canning lid. Okay, but you see that? Beautiful. So this is gonna sit in the fridge for about an hour before I make the sandwiches. I'll be back. All right, we're back. So the jam has been chilling in the fridge for the last hour. Let's check it out. Beautiful. Look at that. I mean, what was that? Strawberries, sugar, and lemon juice. Oh. Delicious. I love it.